Hello everybody, Joe here with Garden of Bloom. I just wanted to do a quick update video here on my Sapodilla or Chico Sapote trees here in the Phoenix, Arizona area, growing zone 9B. So we're moving towards the end of November here, starting to get ready for winter months. And we did have a really cold snap around Halloween towards the end of October where it got to the mid 30s a couple nights in my yard. And so it kind of shocked some of these tropical fruit trees here. But overall, this one, I believe is a Tikal variety, is looking still pretty green, pretty healthy. And as you can notice up top, I have my first fruit here. And it's getting to be a pretty good size. So I believe this will probably be ready around, February, March. I think they take around 9 months from fruit set to ripening, so it is kind of a little bit longer process for these fruits here. But as you can see, it's almost, I don't know, it's slightly bigger than a ping pong ball. It's pretty good size. And this fruit did not come from the tree when I purchased it. I know a lot of people, they'll show off the fruit here. They purchased the tree from Florida with the fruit already setting on it, but this actually set fruit here in the desert. And I found that it can be kind of a challenge to get these fruit trees here to set, these sapodillas. I don't know if it's the lack of humidity or what it is, but maybe it's still the tree is too young to set fruit. But it's been a bit of a challenge. I purchased this tree in spring of 2016, and I have a bit of a history with this one. If you followed any of my other videos that I've talked about this tree, I've had to uproot it a couple times due to a move and other things. So the first year and a half, it kind of suffered because of that. I wasn't even sure if it'd make it. But then I finally got this thing settled into the ground spring of 2017. And it's been here for a couple years and doing quite well now. I will protect this tree in the winter. You can see the stakes around it. I'm gonna get ready to put the frost cloth up and things to protect it. I wanna try to save this fruit. I don't know if it gets too cold, it might drop or I might lose it. So I'm hoping to keep it warm enough. I do get a heater going in it during those really cold nights that we get into the upper 20s and things. Let me show you my Silas Wood Sapodilla. All right, so here's my Silas Woods, and this guy is doing really well, really green. This one you can see I am growing in a container. This is supposed to be more of a dwarf variety. And it has grown a lot steadier than my Tikal in the ground. You can see it's just bushing out, really nice green healthy leaves, and it does tend to get this red on the newer growth when it's colder, I've noticed. So that's one indication that it's starting to get colder. And this variety, I've heard claims that it can handle cold a little bit more. But since it's been in a container, I always either bring this indoors or in a protected place when it gets too cold at night. So I haven't really tested that theory out yet. I didn't want to chance it. Maybe this year I'll just leave it under the patio and see how it does. I'm not sure, but since it's in a container and it's still manageable to move around, that's what I typically tend to do with this tree. I have not had any fruit on this. This one flowers for me in the springtime only, whereas the Tikal flowers a few times a year. And this variety is supposed to produce steadily throughout the year at a young age for those that are growing it in a more tropical environment. Like I've heard in South Florida, this thing just pretty much fruits all year round. Here in Arizona, in the dry desert, I have not seen that. But it does grow pretty well here overall. And eventually I'm hoping to get fruit. This year I've been trying to cross-pollinate some of the blooms a little bit with the Tikal. and that may have helped with the pollination of that one fruit set that I have. I'm not sure, but I've been trying to do some different things with pollination on these guys. There you go. This is a little quick update on my Sapodilla trees here in the Phoenix, Arizona desert and what they're looking like now, getting ready for the winter months. Check me out at gardenofluma.com for more tips on gardening and growing fruit trees, especially in hot climates. Thanks for watching.